movie. Well, at least for me it is. For those of you who don't know, my laptop, both my laptop and my computer had to go back to the shop today to be fixed. So I'm going to continue recording these, but I won't be able to edit or upload them until those come back, whenever that is. They've told me it could take a week, if not over that. So I'm also away this weekend at Halloween in London. I will try to do some of these reviews then, but I can't guarantee that I will be doing them. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload these in twos once I get back online to try and catch up with the date kind of thing. So, like I say, it depends on how long I'm without a computer, but we'll see how it goes. But I've done a movie tonight, nevertheless, and it was 1990's Cadillac Man, starring Robin Williams, Tim Robbins, Fran Drescher and Laura Petty. This one, I think I've only seen twice before, when I bought it on DVD. It's one of those, as I've said before, I'm a huge Robin Williams fan, and I'm a big fan of Tim Robbins. So seeing these two together is a lot of fun. It's kind of a comedy. It follows Joey O'Brien, played by Robin Williams, who he's a ladies' man. He sleeps here, there and everywhere. He's separated from his wife, and he has a grown teenage daughter. And you know, he's a car salesman, a used car salesman, who he owes money to like the mafia and stuff, but what happens is he's become a bit sloppy in his selling. He gives out cards and stuff like that, but because he's so busy sleeping with these different women, he's not paying enough attention to the job. So when these people follow up, you know, to go buy the cars, he's not there to take the sales kind of thing. So anyway, what happens is at his work they're cutting back on employees, and Joey's told that if he does not sell 12 cars within the next 48 hours, that's it, he's done. He's lost his job. So he goes on this like desperate kind of giving out cars here, there and everywhere, and he's desperately trying to sell these cars. But when he goes in on the day of the sale, which is kind of his deadline, one of the employees, the secretary of the boss, Donna, is sleeping with the boss, who's played by Paul Guilfoyle. And the funniest thing about that is I'm used to seeing him in CSI as Jim Brass. Except in this, he actually has hair. Now, I don't know how real that is, because it's like 80s style, but it's really disturbing for me to see him with hair, having been used to see him, you know, quite bald. So, but the husband of Donna comes in, like, wielding an AK-47 and that, and he takes everybody in the used car sales lot hostage. So Joey, to save his boss's life kind of thing, says that he's the one sleeping with Donna. And he's got that kind of slimy character that could make you really believe that. And at the same time, you know, Joey's going through the stress because he's trying to sell to these people. He's being rushed to sell these cars. At the same time, his ex-wife phones saying that his daughter hasn't come home and stuff like that. So he's worried about her. So he's all stressed in that. And then this hostage situation kicks in. And, but the thing is Larry, the husband, who's coming with this threatening to blow up the place and stuff, played by Tim Robbins, He's really klutzy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's emotionally driven out of anger and frustration and feeling cheated and stuff. And it turns out he's recently lost his job, so he's kind of been pushed over the edge then to find out that his wife's been having this affair. He's just all over the place, and Joey uses his kind of confidence in that to kind of control the situation. Like he can be friends with Larry while at the same time trying to manipulate the situation to get the hostages out of the building. And like I say, he takes control by saying that he's the one sleeping with Donna, nobody else. And Paul Guilfoyle's character is like looking on going, oh yeah, no, he's totally the only one. But it's basically, you know, the good chunk of the half of this movie is this hostage situation where the FBI are called in and stuff like that, and you've got all these women a couple of women that have slept with Joey kind of go, Joey! But so basically it's that, and Joey talking Larry down and then, you know, getting them out at the end kind of thing. This is not an outright funny movie. I get a little annoyed. I don't like that sleazeball style character, that yuppie character. I get really tired of them, and especially because obviously a lot of movies of the time were driven by those kind of characters. I find them a little tedious. But Robin Williams plays his character so brilliantly. He plays that sleazy side, but then he's got that tender, like, underbelly, that kind of, that vulnerability where he puts all the facade up kind of thing. And you can see that, and you see that in his performance, and I'm not just saying that because I loved Robin Williams as an actor, not just a comedian, because this is not necessarily one of his best characters, or one of his best roles, sorry. It's not. But I completely believe that character. And like I say, Tim Robbins is brilliant as that kind of affable, kind of kind of lost hero, if you will. I can't think the best way to put him. To explain his character, it's just misguided in a way, because he's not bad or evil, he's just emotionally driven. And this partnership that kind of strikes up between them, the repartee that they have, it's fascinating to watch, and it's really, really good. The downside is that the second half of the movie drags. The movie is an hour and a half long, and everything leading up, I don't have a problem with, because it's building character, it's showing, you know, Joey's different kind of snippets of life, where he is with his designer girlfriend Lila, with this other woman played by Fran Drescher, and that kind of, and then with his family that he kind of regrets not being with, but he just loves women too much kind of thing. So all that stuff I get, and don't get me wrong, I get what's in the second half. But like I say, it just drags. There's a lot of stuff, unnecessary stuff with like the FBI at this Chinese takeaway and debating who's going to pay and, you know, this, that and the other. And it's not even them so much because it doesn't focus much on them. But it's this whole... I enjoy watching, like I say, the banter between Joey and Larry. But there's a lot of stuff with like... the hostages, they get a bit annoying at times, and it drags out them being released and stuff, and the end is really schmaltzy, and you see Joey trying for, going for another try with his ex-wife. Tina, played by Pamela Reed, you see him and she's like, oh, come over tonight. And it's like, so what? Because he went through a life and death situation, that's excuse enough to try again. It's just really worn. They're my two main problems with this movie. Because they feel rushed and tacked on. The whole, obviously the hostage, like I say, the hostage situation isn't rushed, and that's the problem. That is dragged out, and then the ending is rushed. And it's a shame because there is so much in this movie that I like. It's like I say, it's not an all-out laugh your arse off kind of comedy. There's some bits in it that make me giggle, and I enjoy. And like I say, I completely get sucked into these characters because they are so well played by all the actors in the movie. But it just falls short at the end. And it's one of those movies that's really, it's of that kind of, late 80s, early 90s generation. It's very much of its time. I don't feel it's necessarily as relevant now. I guess because we've seen so many of these kind of movies with these, kind of incompetent, misguided, antagonists kind of thing. But it is a good movie. And you know what, if you like your 80s movies, if you like your 80s comedies and stuff, this is worth checking out. Just do not expect to be blown away, because if you're looking for something that feels modern, it's not that at all. But, car salesmen, generation to generation, they're pretty much the same. So I don't think those kind of characters necessarily age. It's not that I feel it's aged, I just feel generally that the story itself is a little old and overdone. But like I say, if you get the chance, please do, and if you love Tim Robbins, if you love Robin Williams and that, and you want to check out, like I say, not the best of any of their roles, certainly even not the best of any of the comedies Tim Robbins has been in. We'll get to one of those much later. There's Nothing to Lose or something is probably one of my favourite ones that he's in. But yeah, no, do give this a try. It's one of those kind of movies that gets easily forgotten. I don't think a lot of people sometimes know that this even exists. But look, if you get the chance, please do check out 1990's Cadillac Man. It's at least a 6.5 out of 10. It's just fun. It's not all out fun, but it's enjoyable to watch. It's an afternoon watch kind of thing. That was tonight's movie. No idea what we've got tomorrow. Well, what I've got tomorrow. You'll have it on the same day. But looking forward to it nevertheless. Looking forward when I finally get online and uploading these to seeing your comments, hearing your thoughts, and I'm always grateful for your support because I would not be doing these without it. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time. For now though, this is Sketch, signing out.